Everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport. Today's World Rugby Rankings preview. 17 of the top 20 sides are all in action this weekend, which means there can be a lot of movement on the World Rankings, which should be quite interesting, quite cool, especially when you consider certain sides who are ranked quite high are fielding sort of second string sides, and could be a couple of upsets. And whilst these might be Rugby World Cup warm matches, they might not count for anything as regards to trophies and stuff. They're still test matches at the end of the day. They are still full-blown test matches. They still count towards rankings. You get capped, it's still a test cap. You win, it's still a test win. And test rugby is no small feat. At the end of the day, even though these might be the most minor of test matches, they do remain. And that's nice to sort of add a sort of Summer Nation series, try and give that feel that they do mean something a bit more. Not quite the same as an Autumn Nation series. But either way, it should be interesting to see how things sort of move up and down on the ranking table. Before I get into the rankings, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Right, let's have a look at them, shall we? So as mentioned, 17 of the top 20 sides will play this weekend. Georgia, Portugal, Spain, the only teams that are not playing. Ireland and New Zealand are the top sides in the world, and they're unable to pick up any points in their games against Italy, Australia, because of the points difference between these teams. As a result, there are opportunities for other teams to make a bit of headway. France lost second place to the All Blacks last weekend, but any sort of form of win again over Scotland at Murrayfield will see them move back into second place and overtake the All Blacks, shifting the All Blacks back down to third. France can go number one in the world if they win and Ireland don't manage to do any better than a draw with Italy in Dublin. So if Ireland do not win and France do win, France will become the number one side in the world. France and South Africa could become the world's top two sides if Ireland and New Zealand fail, with Ireland and New Zealand falling to third and fourth, but it would take a lot of different results for that to happen. But that's the thing. South Africa can go second in the world if the right results go our way. In addition to a France victory, South Africa would need Argentina to beat Argentina by more than 15 points, and hope that Ireland and New Zealand lose at home by the same margin. So if Ireland loses by 15, if New Zealand lose by 15, and we win by 15, we can go to second. France will need to win as well, obviously, because they will then go above us. Otherwise, we'll go to third and France will stay second. So a lot of things need to happen for us to go into second in the world, but it is mathematically possible. Scotland cannot pick up enough points to improve on their fifth place, but England can replace them if the Scots lose and England beat Wales. So South Africa can't be caught in fourth place, but Scotland and England can, England can move ahead of Scotland with the results going the right way. England can fall as low as 8th, which will be their all-time low, A defeat by more than 15 points would leave them just 0.73 points better off than Wales. And Wales will equal their lowest ever ranking of 10th if they lose by more than 15 points. A big win for Argentina, so a margin of 15 points and more, could see them go as high as 5th. But if other results go away, they need other results for that to go away, to go their way, to be able to get up to 5th. Having climbed into the top 10 for the first time in nearly 4 years last weekend, Fiji can continue their ascent with victory against Japan in Tokyo. A win for Fiji would be enough for them to replace Wales in 9th if accompanied by a Welsh defeat. So Fiji can go up to 9th, and if Wales losing, get up to as much as 10th. Italy will climb as many as 3 places up to 11th with a victory if they are to beat Ireland, while Samoa can make up 1 place if they lost after defeat by Fiji last weekend if they beat Tonga. Tonga will become the higher ranked of the 2 teams if they win. So between Samoa and Tonga, they're kind of sort of fighting out for that spot there. USA could move above Portugal, who made the World Cup, and if they win by more than 15 points, whilst Uruguay cannot improve on their present position of 17th, even with a big victory over Namibia, and they'll be overtaken by the USA if the USA beat Romania in Bucharest. And then Romania will climb 2 places to 17th if they beat USA by such a big margin, 15 points. And Namibia can only move up the rankings if they win by more than 15 points, in which case they would replace Uruguay in the top 20 and also move above Spain. So those are all the various workings. So a lot can actually change. So, the whole rankings thing is always very hotly contested. And I think now, the next couple of weeks, the sort of movement might be very superficial movement. At the end of the day, the best team in the world is going to be the one that wins the World Cup. That is always how it's been determined. It always will be how it's determined. But you talk about momentum and stuff like that, being able to go into this to the World Cup as the number 1 ranked side, number 2 ranked side, number 3, it does mean a little bit in terms of confidence and I suppose from a bookie's perspective and favorites point of view in terms of the pressure as well. Definitely sort of adds to kind of the narrative as you go into the World Cup. So there's a lot that can happen this weekend. What are your predictions after this weekend? Where will you see the table? Is it going to be France, South Africa, Ireland, New Zealand, Scotland or Wales? I mean, England. What do you think? Where do you think the movement could be? And what sort of shock results are you predicting for this weekend? Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven, and I'll chat to you soon.